Welcome back to Flourishing Fibers. I'm Sarah, and today we're stitching up a design I created a few years ago. Back then, this design was only available as a kit, but now it's released as a digital pattern. You can find this digital pattern along with the awl I used to pierce the holes on my site, flourishingfibers.com. All the links will be in the description below. This project uses a very simple stitch. It's all straight stitches. However, I have some helpful tips for working with metallic thread and for starting your stitches so you don't get confused with the color sections. If you need more detailed step-by-step instructions on how to transfer one of the patterns to your paper, I have another video that goes into more detail. I'll link that in the description as well. Before we jump in, please take a moment to like this video and consider subscribing if you find this kind of content helpful. Alright, let's get started. Working with metallic thread can sometimes be tricky, especially when using all 6 strands, which we will for this project. If you have a beading needle, I highly recommend using it. As you can see, the eye is quite large and it gently pinches the thread. This helps keep the thread in the needle, making this step quicker and much less frustrating. The other tip for metallic thread on this project is to use tape to secure your thread ends. This design uses long straight stitches and you'll want to apply a bit of tension to each one to keep the design looking neat. I start my stitches with a simple knot. When I get to the end of a thread, instead of tying it off, I use a small piece of masking tape. You can also use painter's tape or scotch tape. Any tape with good holding power will work. Washi tape might work, but from my experience, it's often not strong enough and can peel off, so take care with that. Now that we've covered those tips, let's move on to the actual stitching. I always start this pattern by stitching the gold lines. This helps divide the design into clear sections, as these lines mark the center for each color block. Once these gold lines are stitched, I hope you can better see how the project is divided. Next, I like to stitch the first section, which is just a half section, followed by the next full section. I leave the thread a bit long because I know I'll be coming back to use that same color again soon. I prefer to work one color section at a time. Once I complete all the first color sections, in this case the peach color, then I move on to the next color. As you complete more sections, the pattern becomes even easier to follow. Now when I reach the end of a regular embroidery floss thread, I tie the ends onto some of the surrounding stitches as I'm showing you here. No need to use tape for this type of thread. I just keep going, working one color at a time until I'm done. Covering the back of your paper embroidery is completely optional. I like to use a lightweight paper such as tracing paper or tissue paper to avoid adding too much bulk, but you can use any paper you prefer. I also have a video with more detailed instructions on covering the back, also linked in the description. I also find that double-sided tape works better than glue for attaching the backing. If you're not careful, liquid glue can sometimes soak through the paper. And there you have it, 2 beautiful, colorful, modern paper embroideries. I hope you enjoyed this video. Just one more reminder, you can find the pattern and tools linked in the description below. Please like and subscribe. Have a good one and keep on stitching. Bye.